you had MTV, and it wasn't that I didn't, but my mom was not necessarily down with, like, us watching it. So I remember, like, I was so freaking excited because I was gonna go sleep over at your house, and you got to keep horses, like, near your house, and you could watch MTV, and I was like, "Oh my god, this girl is too cool for me, like, I have got to make her like me because I need more of this in my life," and I remember watching Bow Wow Wow's I Want Candy, like,
Oh, so
on
good.
friggin' infinite repeat, right? And that badass woman with, like, the braids and everything on the beach, and I was
Mhm.
just like, "This is so cool. This whole experience is so
There was
cool."
nothing like the '80s, man.
Yep, yep, yep.
Nothing like MTV. Welcome to Drinks with the Girls. Conversations for women over 40 around connection, change, and the power of female friendship. Living well with stories to tell. I'm Karen, and this is Lisa.
We are moms and solopreneurs stepping into our own, diving into real conversations about things that matter to women in midlife.
We're here to spill the tea on everything that affects women in their 40s and beyond. Topics like loss and grief, changing relationships, launching kids, menopause, and reinventing ourselves in midlife. We are here to tackle it all.
Connect with us through a blend of our lived experiences, our friendship, the memory of our moms, plus a collection of real stories, honest conversations, and engaging interviews that will make women over 40 feel seen and remind them that they're not alone on this journey called life. Let's go.
Welcome back, Drinks with the Girls listeners. Today we are trying something a little different because that's our vibe these days. We're just doing all the things. Every once in a while, we are going to pull one of our favorite conversations or two out of the Drinks with the Girls vault, and we're going to give it another listen. Because some conversations deserve another round, we are creating something called the mixtape. The mixtapes will take us back to conversations we've already had, but we'll put a new spin on it and give them another listen. So today's mixtape.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I don't want you to tell them what it is yet. Take a look at Karen's glasses and see if you can guess what it's about. I'll give you another hint. What do you think it would be about if she put a flower pot on her head? It's the 80s! Growing up in the 80s. Aren't those the cool glasses? And she didn't even plan it, I don't think. Did you? Did you wear those because you knew we were going to talk about the 80s? See? Look at us.
No.
Boom.
I did not. Although the time when we were originally going to record this, I did have my MTV t-shirt on.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. But the
didn't have
gods did not favor us. So stay tuned. We're gonna bring that back. We talked about music, MTV, the Brat Pack, first concerts, Valley Girls, Madonna, all of it, right? So it'll be fun for you to take a look at that. And then after that, we will, for our lovely Patreon listeners, do the rewind in After Hours, which will be an all-new conversation about what growing up in the 80s really meant for the women we are now and whether we'd actually go back if someone handed us a time machine. So enjoy! So I have a question for you. And it's a really, really important question.
Hit me.
Have you seen the new Bratz documentary about the Brat Pack?
Oh, the Brat Pack. Oh my God, the Brat Pack. A swoon. No, I'm going to actually watch it with one of my high school besties. We're going to watch it together and have like a movie night at her house. So I'm excited.
I'm super jelly because my husband walked in when I was watching it. He's like, "What are these people whining about? I hate actors. Like, they're so self-involved. Like, we're supposed to feel sorry for them." And I'm like, "You're ruining my vibe. Go away now, please." Right. And he's like, "No, I'm not. I'm just asking a question." Yeah, it didn't go well for him. But here's my important question, and I think you can answer it without having seen the documentary.
Yeah.
Andrew McCarthy or Rob Lowe?
I can't even believe that's a question.
Okay, this may change the course of our friendship, so think very, very carefully.
No shame either way. But I mean, come on, Rob Lowe, all the way.
Team Andrew, all the way.
Really?
Oh my God, are you kidding me? Okay.
Tell me what.
It's the whole okay, well, first of all, the ending and Pretty in Pink. Hello, and oh my God, so cute. I just he just looks like a helpless little puppy and those blue eyes and just and here's the stupid thing for me. This is he seems attainable. to me. Rob Lowe,
Yeah. There
not
is that.
attainable.
Yes.
Not
Yes.
even remotely
Yeah.
attainable.
Yeah. Right. I know. And the whole bad boy thing
Okay,
versus
true.
kind of, sweet, a little nerdy, handsome,
So,
but
St. Elmo's Fire versus Pretty in Pink, basically.
yeah. It's funny, I just started watching St. Elmo's Fire, like, a week ago.
Yeah, because it's
I
all
didn't
over
make it all the way
Hulu
through.
because they're like, hey, let's show every Brat Pack movie that ever existed, right?
I'm here for it.
Totally.
Sign me up. Okay, now I haven't watched the documentary yet, but oh my god, 16 Candles, the nerdy blonde kid, I can't remember his name, the actor.
Michael Anthony Hall.
Was he in the Brat Pack?
Okay, so here's the other thing, and I'm not going to do spoilers, but they had this whole conversation about, like, who's in the Brat Pack? Who's out of the Brat Pack, right? So, like, Leah Thompson from Back to the Future and Some Kind of Wonderful, he asks her that. He interviews her, and he's like, so, were you in the Brat Pack? And she's like, I'm Brat Pack adjacent.
I
And
love
so they
it.
go through this whole thing, and it's hysterical because if you look at social media, people are losing it. They're just like, oh, like I saw, what did I see? Oh, somebody was talking about Michael Anthony Hall. Weird Science, like, and oh, but they didn't talk to him. I'm like, no, he's Brat Pack adjacent. He's not Brat Pack. He's Brat Pack adjacent.
But was Molly Ringwald in Brat Pack?
1,000%.
Yeah, even though she wasn't in St. Elmo's Fire.
Correct, but she was in The Breakfast Club.
Oh, that's true, right. Yes, of course.
So they were kind of talking.
Michael Anthony Hall was in that too.
Exactly. So they are like trying to understand, right? So it was kind of like this bizarre Venn diagram, right? Where they're like, it's like St. Elmo's Fire and Breakfast Club. And then that's what somebody said, right? They're like, but Mare Winningham was in St. Elmo's Fire and she wasn't in Breakfast Club. So it's very weird. So basically consensus kind of, at least what I've seen, and I'm sure, let's start a controversy. Love controversies.
Let's do it.
Oh, yay. So basically what it came down to was, in my mind at least, Judd Nelson, Andrew McCarthy, Rob Lowe,
yes,
Ali Sheedy, Molly Ringwald.
Yep.
Did I say Judd Nelson already?
Yeah, but not Emilio.
No, for sure Emilio Estevez, because here's the thing. He was the one that article was written about. And they talk about that in there.
So that's where it originated, with whatever the article was. So that article started the whole the term Brat Pack.
Yes, and they interview him, and it's really, really interesting. I'll just leave it at that.
I can't wait to watch it. So, okay, here's a little question. So was the original Rat Pack, was there this fluidity in that group? Like Sammy Davis Jr., Frank Sinatra. So was it the same thing? Were people like questioning, well, who's in the Rat Pack? Or because I feel like it was a solid like 3 or 4, right?
Yeah, it was Sammy Davis Jr., Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis? No.
The other dancer, singer, Fred Astaire? No. Dang it. I feel like I'm too young for this.
Dude, isn't that such a good feeling? Yay, we're too young to know this. I love it. Love it. Yeah, Sammy Davis Jr., Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra. I don't know. If you're listening to this and you know who it is,
help us.
Please help us, because this is just pretty sad. Yeah. So the 80s. And I'm not going to ruin the documentary, but it is also like a commentary on the 80s and just this idea of people kind of seeing themselves, right? And so that's my other question to you. If you could pick one character from a Brat Pack movie that you identified most with growing up, who would that be?
That's such a good question. What was that other movie that Molly Ringwald was in? The one with
16 Candles?
No, it was Pretty in Pink. It was Pretty in Pink with Ducky. Yeah?
Yeah, with Ducky. Yeah, Ducky.
Yeah.
John Cryer.
Yes. Oh, God. In the record store, that scene.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. And her bestie that was a little older than her.
Yes, Annie Potts, who I adore.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. Yes, so good. It's all coming back. But I identified with her just in that I always felt like I was not one of the cool kids. I wasn't on the I didn't have the
Legit.
fancy clothes and the fancy car and all that. Yeah. That's a really good question.
No, I mean, I'm right there with you, right? Because I went to this high school that was like Beverly Hills 90210, and we were by no means like poor. We were firmly middle class, but like there was no competing with these kids, like Jaguars for 16-year-olds and all that. So there was definitely a little bit of that for me too. And I think one thing, well, she did a lot of things well, but one thing Molly Ringwald did really well was this idea of a character that was not hip enough to kind of feel comfortable with everybody around her, but had like a very secure identity.
Yeah. Yeah, and it would be interesting to like dive into the friendships and all these. And I'm even trying to like rack my brain of all the Brat Pack movies, you know.
Yep.
But yeah, and 16 Candles too. I mean, she was kind of the same. It was like she was just on this outer edge.
Yeah. Well, and also John Hughes, who directed
Gosh, yes.
boatloads of them, like Breakfast Club and 16 Candles and Weird Science. And he didn't direct Pretty in Pink. He didn't direct St. Elmo's Fire. I'm spacing about the other ones.
Okay, now what about The Outsiders?
Okay.
Was it Outsiders?
That's also a good question, right? Because that was another question, right? Some people are like, yay. Some people pay nay. Because it's like, okay, Patrick Swayze? No, not part of the Brat Pack.
Tom Cruise?
No, not part of the Brat Pack.
Matt Dillon?
No, not part of the Brat Pack.
No, there's no overlap, I guess. So no, right?
Ralph
Macchio?
Nope, not part of the Brat Pack.
Yeah.
C. Thomas Howell? Not part of the Brat Pack.
Oh, he was such a cutie.
Yeah,
I
he
had a crush
was.
on him.
Oh yeah, he was cute. Yeah. And as an aside, because of course that's exactly what we're doing on this episode is aside, is have you seen the Patrick Swayze documentary? I Am Patrick Swayze. Dude, it's so good. It's so good. And my husband actually watched that one with me. He was into it. So I was like, yay, thank you.
Yeah.
Your metrosexual side is coming out. This is a good thing. It's really good. It's sad as hell, but it's really, really good. And apparently he was very, very well loved in Hollywood. So there's a bunch of people that they interview, but there's all sorts of people on there like C. Thomas Howell and Rob Lowe who really worked well. I mean, they were very close with him and it kind of all came out of this Outsiders thing, right? And my favorite part of that is they're interviewing Rob Lowe and they're talking about the movie that Patrick Swayze did, To Fong Woo, Love Julie Newmar. Yes. Love that one.
Yes.
And Rob Lowe is like, you don't understand how much I wanted that part. He's like, I'm going to butcher this designer's name, so feel free to bring the hate in the comments because maybe I'll learn how to say it. Azadine Alaya? Bring the hate in the comments. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm not a fashionista. At any rate,
I have no idea.
This like spiffy designer, right? And he's like, I bought this skirt and I showed up, but I had my hair done and da-da-da. And he goes, I go walking in the casting director and Swayze starts walking out. And I'm like, there's no way. I'm not getting this part. Right? Like, hello, the guy was a ballet dancer.
That was the best thing about him. Like the coolest thing about him. Like he was the hottest, like the most handsome guy. Right. And then he had all these roles and he had this persona that it was like, he just made it okay. Like he just,
he's like a football player from Texas that was in like the ballet corps, like legit.
Yeah. And it was, I mean, I love the 80s because literally like, I just feel like, I mean, for goodness sake, look at all the 80s bands that, Boy George and even the hair bands, right?
Yep.
And Adam Ant, like the makeup was okay. It was okay to kind of have this gender bendy kind of stuff. And nobody really thought twice about it, right?
Nope.
And yeah, I just love the 80s.
It was a very like...
I digress.
Yeah, no, me too. And I mean, I get it. Like we were both in high school back then and, that whole thing. But no, the color, the makeup, the videos, like, I mean, the birth of MTV, like all of the things, right? And it's so interesting to see the bands that are still around, like Duran Duran. They just got like in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame they were introduced by bloody Robert Downey Jr., for God's sakes, right?
Oh
Like,
my
I mean,
gosh.
who didn't
That's the
swoon over them, for heaven's sakes?
Right? And they still kill it. I saw them a few years ago,
Yes!
and they are still amazing.
This is what I've heard. I really wish I could go to a concert. And I'll tell you, just as a little, like, singer aside, because I dabble in that, the fact that Simon Le Bon can still hit some of those notes, especially in what's the new one that they did that is a few years old now, but dang it. Ordinary World. The notes that he hits at the end of that are no joke, and it's
Yeah.
crazy. And I tell you what, like, I've heard some bands in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, like the show that they do, and age has not been kind to voices,
Right.
to aging voices, and I thought they killed it. I mean, it's pretty hard to fake live, you know? But
Totally.
and
Hey,
I
are you a singer?
yeah.
I did
Yeah.
not know this about you.
Yeah, kinda, sorta. I
Love
can sing a
it.
karaoke tune or two. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, when
I
my
love
work
karaoke.
friends get drunk and we're on conferences, they try to pay off piano bars to have me sing, which is also hilarious. So the whole, like, where were you when, right? 80s, like, that is huge, right? Like, rapid fire. I can remember, for example, the first time I heard about Madonna. And I remember being in PE, right? And I hated PE so much, I did anything to get out of it. And that's actually how I started dancing, was I was like, oh, it's a dance class. I'm in. And I remember this girl who's kind of, like, edgy and hip. And she's like, have you heard of Madonna? I'm like, Moada? Like, what? Right?
Mhm.
And she's like, Madonna. I'm like, no. And so she shows me the album. What was her first album called? I'm trying to remember. I know the first single was Lucky Star. And I remember just looking at that going, whoa, this chick is, like,
Yeah.
out there. Like, the level of confidence exuding from that woman, it was like, that is next level.
She scared me a little.
Right? Okay, thank you for saying that, because I was like, I remember thinking, is that how I'm supposed to act now? I don't know if I can pull that off. Like, I can chop my gloves off to have less fingers, but that is, yeah, I don't know about that one, right? And then she came out with, like, a virgin. I'm like, I'm out.
Oh, man.
Can't do it.
Well,
Can't do it.
yeah, Papa Don't Preach. I mean, yeah,
Yep.
and when she had the book come out, I mean, that was later on, but,
Yep.
like, she was literally, man, pushing those edges
Yeah.
big time.
Yeah, for sure. And musically, all those things. So another, where were you in the 80s? Live Aid. Rapid fire. Give me your first thoughts.
God, you know what? Okay, and full disclosure, my memory is shite. So, Live Aid, I just remember seeing I mean, hello, thank you MTV, but I just remember seeing the We Are the World, right? Isn't that from Live Aid, We Are the World?
No.
No?
No.
I'm messing up my 80s trivia? Oh,
Dear
fuck.
God, can we be friends? Okay, a quick historical timeline for those that aren't, like, obsessed with silly trivia like me. First came Boomtown Rats.
Yes. Bob Geldof,
Bob
we love you.
Geldof, who did
Yes.
Do They Know It's Christmas?
Yes.
Which, in my opinion, kicked We Are the World's ass. Just saying. Okay,
Yeah.
I had, like,
Yeah.
this. Remember EPs, 14-inch
Yes.
EPs, right?
Of
And they do,
course.
like, extended mixes. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I own one of that, where it was basically, like, 80 bars of, like, Phil Collins doing his, like, drum and, like, the background, right? But it was like, oh, this is such a great mix. I love this, right? And you're like, huh. So it was there, right? And then We Are the World kind of came out around that, but then Bob Geldof organized Live Aid. And some of the people that sang on the We Are the World record did Live Aid, but it was out of the whole, like, Do They Know It's Christmas kind of thing. And side note, there's a great documentary on YouTube on Live Aid too, if you're trying to get your 80s fix. It's really good.
Well, I guess I need to watch it.
Hey there, I'm Lisa Corachella McDowell, your midlife Pacific Northwest princess, here to guide you in the art of next leveling your life. I'm passionate about women's health and wellness in midlife, especially for moms parenting kids with unique needs like I do. I truly believe we can learn, grow, advocate, and care for the planet while taking care of ourselves and our families. And I'd love to help you do the same. And I'm beyond excited to tell you about my membership for maxed out mamas just like me the Empowered Parent Collective. It's a space for parents to confidently advocate for their kids, build inclusive communities, educate themselves, and find balance and support along the way. To find out more about the Empowered Parent Collective, my classes, wellness offerings, parenting tips, advocacy resources, and exclusive Drinks with the Girls goodies, head to nextlevellifewithlisa.com. Let's survive and thrive in the messy middle together.
But, this is very Brat Packy feeling for me because it's like, well, who did what?
Right?
So, okay, so the Live Aid, what was the song? What was the
So the
song
deal
from Live Aid?
Yeah, so there wasn't necessarily a particular song, but there was memorable performances, and that's the other good thing about this documentary is they go into, like, all the dirt, right? So, for example, Phil Collins was the only artist that played in the one, I believe in the US, it was outside of Philadelphia, I want to say. I could be wrong on that. And then they did one at Wembley. So he literally did his set at Wembley, got on a Concorde, remember that? Flew to the East Coast, and then did stuff in... Okay, again, comments. I think it's Philadelphia. I have no idea. Where am I without my Google?
How do you even remember this shit? That's what I want to know.
Okay, I literally, I swear to God, I could like power a nuclear submarine with the useless trivia that is in my brain for this stuff. I have no idea why, but like, what rock star
I can barely
was
hold
dating
on to the important details, let alone the not important details.
I think this is my effed up way of meditating. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just like I'd rather think about this than, like Rod Stewart's son got married, and I'm looking at the picture and people going, "Oh yeah, that was so and so, and yeah, that was wife number 3. Where the heck is Kelly Emberg?" And I'm like, "How do I know this? Like, this is a little frightening." But okay, so back to Live Aid. So some of the things they talk about are the controversies. So for example, so obviously John Bonham is dead. So when Led Zeppelin went on, it was Robert Plant, Jimmy Page. I don't think they still have their bass player. My brain is spacing. But at any rate, the drummer, John Bonham, dead long time ago. So Phil Collins played drums. You will not find a recording of that set anywhere. They don't even have still pictures because the legend goes it was so bad that right? And they interview Phil Collins and he's like, "You know what? I just show up and did my best. I don't know what to say." Like, so there was that whole controversy. There was like who knocked it out of the park and who didn't. They do a whole thing with Duran Duran because Simon Le Bon had this off note that was like in the history of off live notes was like one of the worst ever. So they talk about that. But the big thing when you talk about a song from Live Aid was Queen. That is where Queen broke into the US. And the whole like thing about they're doing Radio Gaga and you see like a bazillion people doing the thing, right?
Yeah.
That's Live Aid. And that's what launched them. I mean, that was how they basically crossed the pond. So okay. What else?
Man, I'm calling you next time I have questions about what happened in the 80s.
I'm telling you, I need to find like a pub trivia contest and just like,
yes, you do. I'll be on
stay
your team.
awake long enough. What else do you remember from the 80s?
Oh, girl.
The music, for sure.
Just the music, the clothes.
The clothes. Did you guys have, you must have, because we both grew up in Southern California. Contempo casuals?
Casual, yes. Contempo casual, Wet Seal.
Yes.
Miller's Outpost.
Yeah. Oh my God, Miller's Outpost. That's hilarious.
I did not know what Nordstrom was when I was a kid.
No clue.
We didn't have, our mall had Robinsons, I think, in it. We had Robinsons and Sears and JCPenney's.
Yep.
But yeah, Miller's Outpost.
Designer jeans.
Jordache, Chemin de Fer.
Ditto. Fair. Yes. And
actually, Ditto is, I think, when we were in middle school, not so much high school.
Dolphin shorts.
Oh, yes. Feathered
hair.
Checkered Vans.
Members only jackets.
Levi's 501 jeans. Made your butt look so good. Everybody's butt looked good. Girls and boys.
Yeah, like how do you mess that look up? Like totally, right? That was when the soundtrack was born, right? Like how many soundtracks did you own? Right? And then this was like pre-CDs. This is like kind of sort of CDs were coming out, but it was like the land of the mixtape, right?
The first 2 albums, I don't know if they're considered albums or soundtrack, what you're saying. No, not soundtrack. No. 2 albums. First 2 albums, Devo and Queen. I was in 7th grade.
Mic drop.
Yeah.
What else do you need? The
How
flower
do you go
pots.
from there?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, how about hairstyle? What was your
Oh,
hairstyle like when Okay,
dude,
you're 16 years old. What's your hairstyle?
as feathered as possible. Every morning, hour early, hot rollers, every freaking day. Now I'm like, are you
Yep.
joking me with this? There's no way. And then hairspray to shit.
Aqua Net, baby.
Aqua Net.
I have
Dippity do gel.
Oh my god. Yeah, gel the side. You gel the sides. You pull
Right?
them up.
Yeah.
You
It's
even
like,
shoot them with the heat a little bit so they
Yep.
stick.
Yeah.
I had 3 distinct hairstyles. So when I was a freshman, I had my hair was like shaved on one side and shaved in the
Nice.
back, and then parted on the side, and then it was like a little, like not an A-frame, like a little bob.
So
to
you
my
had that whole
chin.
like asymmetrical, like edgy thing.
Asymmetrical thing. I had that, and then I remember the feathering. Actually, the feathering I think was in middle school, so I think the feathering was before the shaved bob, whatnot. But I just do you remember just like so you had your layers cut in,
Yep.
and you would curl it all the way back, so
Yep.
there was like a seam running down the back.
Mhm. Yep. So you figured if someone's behind you, you don't want them to notice you anyway. So it was all about the look front. Oh,
Right.
Ray-Bans. Ray-Bans. How could we forget
Oh, yeah.
Ray-Bans?
Ray-Bans, for sure. And I mean, I don't think there was ever a decade where men's hair looked as gorgeous as women's.
Legit.
The feathers,
Legit.
long, just
Yeah, and it's
so
funny
good.
because people talk about mullets, but I'm like,
Ooh.
I don't know that was like the 80s. Like, it wasn't like party on the top, business on the bottom.
No.
It was like long flowing manes.
Yeah, no, I feel like that maybe late 80s, entering the
Yeah.
90s, the mullets.
Yeah.
I mean, when was
Yeah.
Billy Ray Cyrus
Yeah.
famous?
Because
I don't know.
the 80s were the land of the hair metal, right? Like, that's the other
Right.
thing that was like all 80s, and it was growing
John
it
Bon
as
Jovi.
long as you can, right?
Mhm.
The
David Lee Roth.
mane. David
Eddie
Coverdale.
Van Halen. Oh, I had the biggest crush on Eddie Van Halen.
Really?
God, I know, and he's just not. I mean, yes. I think it was his guitar playing skills.
Yeah,
and the hair.
He had a cute smile, too.
He
Too.
did.
Yeah, no, for sure. 100%. And then he married Valerie Bertinelli, and
Mhm.
God knows after. No, the whole hair metal thing, like, I still listen to hair metal. Like, it's the
Oh, yeah.
best. It's the best.
Let me ask you this. When MTV was first out, or not even first out, but when you heard somebody's video was going to drop and you had to wait and wait, wait and wait, like what band do you remember? Or
Ain't
what
no
artist?
YouTube, people. Ain't no YouTube. Okay, well, let's see. That is a hard question because Madonna, of course, always.
Mhm.
Thriller, obviously. That was like
Yeah.
a big one. I'm trying to remember.
Michael
like,
was a whole phenomenon of his own.
Yeah, yeah. And y'all, you youngsters, like, this is pre-pedophilia. Like, this was like, yeah, this was a whole different kettle of fish. I do remember the Police, like, videos dropping from them, like, when Synchronicity was happening.
Yeah. Sting. Here's another one I had a
Oh,
crush on.
hell yes. I'm there for
Sexy
that.
Man. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and some of their earlier albums Earlier albums?
Earlier. Mhm.
Earlier.
Yeah.
Earlier. So I'm trying to answer your question. Oh, Rick freaking Springfield.
Hello. And that is my ultimate karaoke song is Jessie's Girl, by the way. I
Nice.
kill that song on karaoke.
Nice. And then when he shows up on General Hospital, oh my God, be still my beating heart. You mean the man sings albums and then I can watch him on the soap operas? Are you joking me? And he had
about it.
earring? Oh my Lord.
So handsome.
Stick a fork in me. I'm done for sure.
Yeah. So mine was Adam Ant. Like I literally made my
Interesting.
family late. I don't remember where we were going. We were going somewhere and everybody is in the car and my mom is yelling at me because I am inside waiting because they tease you and tease you and tease you and tease you.
Yep.
And they make you wait till the end of whatever.
Yep.
Before it finally comes on. And yeah, she was not happy with me at all. But yeah,
'Cause you
Adam
were
Ant,
waiting.
he was one of my faves.
Now, your kids are obviously a lot older than mine. But have they rediscovered the 80s? Because my daughter, every once in a while, and my son will come, oh, do you know that song, Mom? Listen to this song. It's really cool. And I want to be like, excuse me,
Yeah.
that's my era. You don't get to take my era and tell me what was cool from my era.
Yeah. No, you know what was the best thing for that was Glee.
Oh,
So
I know.
my daughter was upset. We watched Glee, and it was, I probably was, quote unquote, a bad mom at the time for letting my
Heck
young
no.
daughter watch Glee, but that's how she knows so many
Yeah.
80s songs. And even now I'll be like, "How do you know that?" And she'll be like, "Ugh, Glee, Mom."
Glee.
But they just know them from me, too, like
Yep.
playing them because I would play music and dance in the kitchen while I cooked dinner, and it was
Mhm.
always 80s. So, yeah, they just
Yeah.
know the songs from hearing them.
Yeah, it's really funny. Every once in a while, like my son took a history of rock and roll class. Oh my God, the 80s are history. Oh my God, speaking of which, tangent. Do you know, I saw this meme the other day. Oh my God, that said the 80s are closer to Pearl Harbor than they are to modern day. I'm like, shut up with this right now. Just stop. Stop.
That's tragic.
Tragic. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I can't.
No.
At any rate, so he's took this history of rock and roll class. And my son loves to sing. And every once in a while, he'd just bust out with this song. I'm like, how do you know that song? Right? Like, yeah. So, I mean, good music.
It's awesome. I love it.
There was very rarely, like, crap music in the 80s. And I feel like even the music that was crap, I'm talking to you, Milli Vanilli, had this, like, cult thing around it, right? Like, even when it was really, really bad, right? And the one-hit wonder was still a thing, right? Like, who doesn't love some, like, Mickey by Tony Basil?
Men without hats.
Men Without Hats. Oh my God, Safety Dance. And my son loves that song too.
Oh, it's so good. Classic. What about I remember driving to dinner with my mom and my stepdad, and I'm sure my brother and sister were in the back, listening to Erotic City by Prince.
Yep.
And I'm singing every word. And
Oh
when
my
that song
God.
is over, yes, my parents are like, and I think I'm like 15 at the time. My parents are like, "What the hell?"
And you're listening to what?
Right. Oh my God.
Yeah, Prince.
But I was like, I mean, I'm just singing it. I'm belting it out. I'm like, I'm not even like thinking, oh yeah, this probably your mom's really not going to want to hear these words fly out of your mouth.
Yeah. Too late. Oops. I actually remember, I have this might be, again, hashtag story for another podcast. I have this weird thing about running into famous people in like really strange places. I don't know what that says about me in addition to my trivia, but I was at a club on Sunset Boulevard. Now, okay, that sounds really glamorous. I never went to clubs on Sunset Boulevard. Like, this is like such a one-off, right? And I was like much later on. And I remember Prince walked in. And my I swear to God, my girlfriend's like, that's Prince. I'm like, no, it's not. He's like shorter than me because I'm not tall. And she's like, yeah, it is. And I was like, holy crap, that's Prince. And he just strode right on in there. And I'm like,
that's the coolest.
Right?
I mean, if you're going to see a celebrity, that's one to see. Woof.
And we were very fortunate at my high school. We had this amazing activities director. And I swear to God, I don't know like who he was paying off to get some of these people to come and play. But I swear to God, I'm not exaggerating. Shout out to all my Palos Verdes High School buddies. While there, literally, we're talking dance in the gym. Okay, like literally, Oingo Boingo, the Bangles,
Fun.
the Go-Go's.
Stop.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. And I'm trying to
Wow.
remember, there was one other band, and I remember people would be like, how are you getting these bands? And granted, they weren't like selling out stadiums at the time, but this is like Go-Go's when they came out with We Got the Beat. Like, we're not talking, right? And it was like, how is this guy getting these bands to come to this high school? Like, what the heck, right? What was the first concert you ever went to?
I went to Spandau Ballet. My favorite. I took my girlfriend Janelle. Shout out Janelle if you're listening. My mom took us because she would not let us go by ourselves.
That's awesome.
And I think we were 15, and my mom in her rabbit fur coat.
Oh
I
my
remember
God.
she was wearing her rabbit fur coat, and took us to Spandau Ballet. That true song, true. And people will in fact, one of my high school girlfriends just texted me like a week ago. No, it was over the weekend. They were she was driving somewhere and that song came on and she's like, "Oh, I'm thinking of you." Because it was
Aw.
just like, yeah. How about
Okay.
you? What was your first concert?
Wait, before we move on to that, I just have to give a shout out to Martin and Gary Kemp, the twins, especially Martin Kemp, the bass player, I believe he was, who is hotter than all freaking get out. Okay,
Yep.
sorry, I forgot what the question was. I'm literally like so blinded by my lust right now.
Your first concert.
Yes. Okay, so my dad took me and I went with actually. So I think we've talked in the show about the fact that our parents had this whole like gang that they hung out with at University of Redland. So you probably know this person if I said him, no longer with us, unfortunately. But we went with him and he and my dad were good friends and his daughter, and I was friends with his daughter. And we went to see Pat Benatar at the Los Angeles Forum. And my dad nearly died. I think I was like 12, 13. It was on her Yes, on her
That's a killer first concert.
Right? Right? Yes.
I just barely saw her a few years ago for the first time.
I know. And she's amazing, right? So it was the Get Nervous tour. And like, I remember she was doing Hell is for Children. I looked over at my dad who was just miserable. And he's like, It's not even music. I'm like, come on, Dad. Like, she's talking about like real meaningful things. And like, that's the big joke with us now is like, he was like, oh my God, how did you get me to go to that concert? Like, are you freaking kidding me with this? Right?
Yes. How did you get him to take his 12-year-old to a Pat Benatar?
I don't think he knew what he was getting into. And like, you know, he worked so much and this was like a big deal and like his friend was going to go. So I think he was like, oh, let's, you know.
Yeah.
Interesting, like, segue. So you speak about Spandau Ballet True, and my brain went to the fact that my beloved Backstreet Boys, that's a whole other thing we'll have to get into at some point, but my beloved Backstreet Boys did on their first album, they did a cover of another 80s tune, but
they're going to say True.
No, but in there is a sample from True. And they go off on it. And the reason I thought of this, I'm not completely losing my mind, is that my daughter's first concert, oh yeah, Backstreet Boys. I took her to the Backstreet Boys. And then we had so much fun. We went when they were in Portland and I splurged because I thought I was going to have a really good year and got second row seats. And oh my God, it was so much fun.
Yeah, once you have good seats, and I mean, I don't know that I've ever been second row, except at like festivals when you like push your way up to the front. Yeah, once you have good seats, you're like, okay, I'm not going back.
Yeah. But I got to tell you, concerts now are
ridiculous.
Ridiculously expensive. Like ridiculous.
Dumb.
My son loves Green Day, and I'm like, I'm there for that. The cheapest ticket I could find was like $300 a ticket. And like, you know, again, long story, another podcast, my son has sensory issues. And I'm like, the chances of him making through that whole concert are probably very little. And he's pretty good about it now. He's like, I don't know if I'd be able to stay. And I'm like, you know what? This is like ridiculous. I remember when you could get like a concert ticket for like $25. Like that was a big spend, you know?
Yeah.
But I think, I mean, that's a whole other podcast episode.
Okay, speaking of first concerts, something I'm a little salty about. So,
oh dear, here we go.
When I was in middle school, like my parents, so I didn't go to my first concert till I was 15. The US Festival was in my town. Do you remember the US Festival?
This is ringing kind of sort of a bell.
It was like it was like a 3-day, or maybe it was 2 days, 2 or 3 day event. I remember Van Halen was there. I don't even remember who else was there. But my stepdad even worked at the festival. And you think he would take me?
Oh, that mean man.
So mean. So bad. Bad parenting.
Bad. Super bad.
I'm salty. My name is Karen Shatafian, and I am a shameless coffee addict and empowerment coach for women, and my love language is authenticity. My mission is helping women unapologetically design a life they're in love with. Because what the hell are we waiting for? My website, KarenShatafian.com, has all my coaching packages and free offers like my midlife reclamation guide. In it, you'll find tools to help you decide how to create the most inspired and empowered version of yourself and your life. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram talking about ways women can show up for themselves after decades of showing up for everyone else. Join me as we throw off the shackles and live our best freaking lives. See the show notes for all the details. Cheers.
Yeah. I have a few of those memories as well. Yeah. Yeah. Because we were big fans, Dodger fans. My parents would always take me. And I remember, this is the 80s when the Dodgers won the World Series. And I was back at college, but I remember I was home for the summer when Kirk Gibson hit that crazy home run. But oh no, we were at the game, but were we there for that? Oh no, because my dad had to beat the traffic.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's something I would do.
I have never forgiven him for that one. I
Oh,
was
man.
like, are you
And
kidding
I
me?
have to say, Dodger Stadium, I mean, go blue, but Dodger Stadium is a freaking, it is not the easiest place to get in, get out. I mean,
Yeah.
I
It's kind of,
feel his pain.
yeah, it's one of those like Angelino, if you know kind of things. So
I feel like, yeah, Southern California people, you're feeling Kenny.
no, yeah, and I get it, but really, like, good God. I just realized that we didn't talk about what we were drinking because we were
I
having
realized
so much
that
fun talking about
too.
the 80s. So I'm
Right?
boring. I'm drinking the healthy fizz stick mind health like combination, and Karen's like rolling her eyes at me right now. But I feel like I need to get props for the water bottle, and you cannot see my beloved viewers, but Karen can. And it's a picture of Wonder Woman riding a unicorn. So while I am not being very original about my beverage, I do feel like I get Drinks with the Girls cred for my awesome water bottle sticker. Because to me, Wonder Woman riding on a unicorn is like what I
Epic.
aspire to have and to be
Yeah.
in my life every day.
Yes, you are winning with beverage container for sure. My beverage is gone, but what I was drinking was
It's the 80s.
and I can't remember, it was a peach something hard kombucha.
Oh,
That-
you've
that's-
had that before.
That's my go-to evening drink.
We
Yeah.
may need to put
my
that in the
daughter.
show notes because
Oh yeah.
I've heard you say that a couple of times.
My daughter turned me on to them, and I just yeah. I like them.
Okay, well, that might have to be put in a show notes.
It makes me a little sad that my memory is shite because I can't remember so many things.
But that's okay because you have me to remember all the trivial bullshit for you, so it's fine.
Well, and I have the feelings. Like, I remember the
Yes,
feelings
and
of
that's
the
important.
80s, and there's nothing like that. That's for damn sure.
Oh my God, I almost forgot one. What about Valley Girl with Nicolas Cage?
Oh, Nick Cage. Yeah. Oh my God, that I remember watching that and feeling so weird. Like, am I in the valley? Like, am I
Right?
a valley girl?
Yeah, and is
Where's
that
the
like
valley?
a good thing? Like,
exactly.
should I be going to the mall more? Like, if I do, will I meet Nicolas Cage? Is he like acceptable as a boyfriend? Like, these are the things that we thought about, right? That was like the deep kind of I
Well, let me tell you a story that's not deep. So we were on vacation, and it was right after Valley Girl had come out. I think we were at Balboa Island actually having a summer vacay. There was a sticker, a bumper sticker, and it said "Gag a Valley Girl."
Oh, Jesus, God in heaven.
Oh, okay. Hello, my parents let me buy it, and no,
Patty, what were you thinking?
it gets worse. I slapped it on the back of our little silver Honda Accord hatchback. And I wasn't even driving at the time. So they're driving
Oh
around
my God.
with this bumper sticker, and then someone, and I can't believe my stepdad didn't clue in, but because my mom was kind of like, "Woohoo!" But
Oh, did she get it? Did she like figure it out?
no,
Okay, I was like,
somebody mentioned it to
Oh my
her,
God.
and then they're like, she's like, "We're taking this off."
were you like grounded for life?
No, I mean, I really spent my whole sophomore year of high school grounded, but not for that. That was before my days of being grounded.
Oh, okay. Now you're going to have to spill that story. Nobody says they were grounded for their entire sophomore
Oh my
year.
God.
Come on.
I
Because see,
no,
I didn't do crap in high school. I was like a good little girl, and so I have to live vicariously through you. So tell us, Karen,
I was
how did you
not,
get grounded for your sophomore year?
Well, let's see. And my mom loved to like stack grounding. So it'd be like,
Oh,
you're grounded
no.
for a week. Oh, you're grounded for 2 weeks. Oh, you're grounded for 3 weeks. Because I would just keep screwing up. I mean, you name it. Ditching, going to parties during lunch,
Dear. Parties at lunch? Oh my
No.
God.
5th period, I had typing class.
Yeah.
Kids, you know what a typewriter is? But so I had typed in 5th period, and we'd go to a party at lunch, and I'd come back.
Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Stop. You guys had parties where you were drinking at lunch? Damn.
Yeah. Somebody's house. Somebody would just open their house up and then
my God.
So I'd go to typing drunk. Not drunk. I can't even say drunk, but after having drank or drunk a beer or two. But yeah, and then, I'd sneak out. I got in trouble for that. I would tell my mom, "Oh, I'm spending the night at Kristen's house." And no. Yeah.
See, this is how pathetic, okay? This is the pathetic comparison, okay? Like, I wanted so bad for a reason to sneak out that I practiced sneaking out of my window. Like, I can remember times when I snuck in and my parents are like, "What the hell are you doing? Just use the front door." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Like how sad is that? Now, I will say this, at my high school, it was a beautiful campus. It was like right on the cliffs, Southern California. And so what happened? Everybody didn't get drunk and go to parties. They went and surfed and got high. I, of course, I didn't even drink until I was 21. Like, when I tell you, by the time I got through college, my senior year, my brother, I went to school back east. Y'all know that, Massachusetts. My brother went to Boston College his freshman year. And my parents would literally call me and be like, "Stop studying. Go do something.
Right.
Go have fun." And then they'd call my brother and be like, "Are you studying? Like, you're having too much fun," But yeah, I was a late bloomer. So this is all very exciting to me because it never would have occurred to me to sneak out to someone's house and have a lunchtime party.
Yeah, you know what? I was not a good, I was a good kid. I got good grades. No, I take that back.
But she can't remember any of the details, folks.
It depends on the subject and the grade. But no, my sophomore year was pretty much a shit show. But I had a party, but I wouldn't let anybody in my house. So we had a party in the front yard, which was
I was like, how does that work? Okay.
Yeah. My mom was chaperoning because she was a high school teacher. So she was chaperoning her high school prom. So I'm like, sweet, they'll be gone till like midnight, whatever.
Oh my God.
Let's have a party, but you can't come in the house. So everybody's in the front yard. What? My neighbors aren't going to tell my mom? Duh. Yep. And I left all the evidence everywhere. Bottle caps, and I was drunk when they got home.
Oh,
I'm
that's a problem.
They're giving me the lecture and I had to go take a time out to barf.
It's like, I know you need to yell at me, but hold that thought.
It was bad.
Yeah, my brother did one. See, again, not me, right? And I remember because we had family friends that lived like right across the street, right? Like, and my brother's all Mr. Cool, right? And they come over and they're like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to be doing this." And my brother's like, "But I have football players guarding the liquor in the china cabinet. Everything's under control."
Oh boy.
Yeah. I wish I'd done more in high school. I was kind of like, definitely. It was weird because I was a wallflower, but like I got into drama and I rode horses, and so I had like this. And I know you rode too, but it was just weird, like where my confidence was directed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've been to one high school reunion ages ago. Have you been to any high school like, do you keep in touch with high school friends?
Honestly, I did not until, gosh, I don't know how many years ago. One of my friends had like a party. And at the time, my fiance, who I'm with now, he and I went to high school together. We got reconnected.
I didn't know that. That's so cool.
Yeah, no, it's a fun story. And he lived out there where she was. And so she just had all these high school people over. And so I got reconnected. And then, of course, with Facebook and social media and stuff, I just, remained connected. And yeah, and it was fun because high school was not my favorite time at all. Like, I couldn't get out there fast enough.
Yeah.
But to reconnect with some of these, great people has been really good.
That is so cool. Yeah, there's one couple in particular I'm thinking of that got together in my high school that were pretty beloved, and this is a second marriage. I didn't know that. That's such a cool story. So we need to do our traditional rapid fire at the end of the episode, and we have full disclosure to y'all. we looked at our episode list and just the things we had done, the things we were planning for you, and we were like, oh my God, we are so depressing. Like divorce, menopause, death. And it was like, really? Like, I wouldn't want to listen to me, right? So we like challenged ourselves. We were like, okay, we got to write like 10, we have to write 10 titles of episodes down that we think are fun. And the 80s was one of them. And this episode is just like, we didn't write this. Like, we usually just kind of talk in general about what we're going to say in our episodes. And this one has been like, just like us chatting. So typically we'll plan our rapid fire questions and our things to take away at the end of the episode. But I can always tell when it's time to like start winding it down because Karen has this really weird phenomenon in her office. And we start out and it's like lit. And by the end of the episode, she's like Blair Witch Project dark.
It's because I don't turn my lights on. And so,
And
it's natural lighting in here.
It cracks me up because I'm always like, oh, okay, time to wrap it up. Let's get to the end of the episode. So rapid fire questions. I kind of asked you a bunch at the beginnings. I feel like I'm owed some like rapid fire.
The song that was playing during your first kiss. Was your first kiss in the 80s?
Bad. Yeah. I'm like 10 days ago. No, I'm kidding. I feel like, this is so cerebral. I feel like I dared the neighbor boy to kiss me. I live next to 4 boys. And I believe the challenge was, I'm such an idiot too, because I was like, whoever gets this right has to kiss the other one. So I'm sure he was like, whatever, I'm just going to say whatever it is, right? And we were listening to like this rock countdown. I'm like, it's going to be Stairway to Heaven. He's like, no, it won't be. So now looking back, I'm like, Lisa, you're such an idiot. Like he probably like flubbed it on purpose. So I don't know if that really counts or anything, but
It all counts.
okay.
What was your biggest worry?
God.
Like when you were in I mean, this isn't really an 80s question. And sorry, I'm taking it down the deep level.
I was like, this is supposed to be fun. She's gone to a Blair Witch Project now. And like, it's like deep thoughts.
Let me think. Something funny.
She's a life coach, people. Like she's trained to like get the deep stuff out of you. So this is like stretch goal for her.
What was your favorite thing about the 80s and your least favorite thing about the 80s?
So my favorite thing about the 80s, the music for sure. Like I feel like that was such a difficult time in my life. I mean, it was high school and college, like all the things. But I feel like the one constant that gave me joy during that time, like consistently through that decade, was the music. And I'm sure my children would have something to say about this. But again, like I said, I mean, your Milli Vanillis aside, your I guess CNC Music Factory doesn't count. I think they were 90s. But at any rate, there weren't a lot of bad songs in the 80s. Like the worst it got was like Electric Avenue overplayed like a million times, right?
Yes.
The worst thing about the 80s.
And by the way, can we just shout out Howard Jones right now? We can't.
Oh my God, I love him. Thank you. Although I will say that my brother got obsessed with him. And like there was like a straight 2 years where all I heard was Howard Jones and Pink Floyd. And to this day, I'm still a little like, oh God, Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Howard Jones for sure.
And the Psychedelic Furs.
Oh, because Pretty in Pink.
Right. Exactly.
And The Ghost in You. Love it. And The Cure.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Although my husband and I have arguments about that. My husband had the ultimate 80s haircut. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, I have to tell this story. I know this is off topic, but it's because I have none of my own. Like, I dared to do X stories. Like, I have to co-opt other people's. And unfortunately, folks, remember, this is pre-social media. So no photographic evidence exists. I'm sorry to say, because I've tried. He got this like a flock of seagulls-esque haircut. Yeah. And the way he described it, right? I don't know if y'all remember, but it was like this giant V in the front, right? And like long in the back, but very like gelled up high and like boop, right in the middle, right? And the back was shaved the way he describes it. And that he just thought he was the coolest thing ever. And I go, I sense an ending to this that isn't very good. He goes, yeah. He goes, I was waiting tables and he said, this girl I work with goes, your haircut looks like a giant vagina.
Oh, shit.
Whoops. And he's
Oh.
like, yeah, I had to figure out like how to style it differently, like really close, right? So the
That was it.
hairstyles too. So the original question was what I didn't like about the 80s. And it's so hard because I feel like that's inseparable from how miserable I was about myself as a person. So I don't necessarily think that was the 80s fault, I feel like that was like me trying to kind of fit in and yeah. So
Those years in general are just tough,
it
man.
is. Yeah, it
Teenagers.
is. Favorite thing about the 80s?
My favorite thing about the 80s, I mean, like you said, it has to be the music. And I mean, it was just such a different time. Like,
Yeah.
your parents didn't really care. My parents didn't care where I was.
No,
It
they
was literally
cared. They cared, but they didn't have to worry. Like that was the other piece. I think that was a big thing. Don't you? I mean,
Yeah.
I just feel like there was this is really like before AIDS got going. This was before like right? Like that there were like
Yeah.
life-changing consequences for going out there and getting too drunk kind of thing. I mean, like, yeah, you could have drunk drive and but I just didn't feel like the level of like what could possibly go wrong, right? I just didn't feel like that was there. And I would imagine, I mean, again, your kids are older than mine. Mine are just getting to be teenagers, that the level of concern as a mom now, as in
Yeah.
what could happen, I don't know. I'm just guessing.
But it's funny because it's the same things. Like, it's
Yeah.
literally the same things. And yeah, not that my mom didn't care. She definitely cared. I mean, like, she definitely cared. Like, when she first learned I was having sex, like, that whole conversation, woo. But I just think, yeah, it was just such a different time. It felt more carefree. I don't know. And maybe because now I'm looking at, like, my kids' experience
Yeah.
when they were growing up through the mom lens, right? But
That's
it's like
fair.
at the time, you just didn't feel like you're like, It's fine. Everything's gonna be fine. It's all gonna work out."
Yeah.
I don't know. But then there was also the teen angst,
Ugh.
the just the ugh, like high school, you couldn't pay me to go back there.
No.
Just that the way I felt about myself and life and everything. It's like, no.
Well, and to kind of take it back to what we talked about at the start of the episode with like the Brat Pack, I also think that's a big reason why that caught on, because whether or not it was like angsty Molly Ringwald or whatever, it was still an idealized version of what you wanted your own experience to be, right? Like, even if you could
Yeah,
identify,
you want Jake Ryan in the end.
hello, right? And like, who didn't want like Annie Potts as like a best older friend, right?
Like a
And
mentor, yes.
right, and conversely, I'm sure. Oh, what was her name? Dang it, the hot chick that they create in Weird Science, Kelly.
Mhm.
Okay, see, this is how my mind works. I know who she was married to, the actor she was married to, but I can't remember her name. Like, what?
I wanna say Kelly Preston, but that's not right.
Yes. No,
It-
not John
no,
Travolta,
it's
Kelly Preston. It was,
No.
God, I can totally see her. Again,
Yeah.
listeners, help us. She was married to Steven Seagal, Kelly LeBrock.
Yes, Kelly LeBrock.
Again, pub trivia. Like, I'm sure like any self-respecting teenage boy in the 80s would have like loved to have Kelly LeBrock as their girlfriend. But I do think that it was definitely, I don't want to give too much away because I feel like this is a bunch of stuff that they talk about in that in Andrew McCarthy's documentary. So I'll be interested. Everybody reach out and tell me your thoughts after you've watched it. By the time this podcast comes out, it'll probably have been out for a bit, but I'm curious to see what people think of it, because I mean, I thought he did a really good job in talking about just kind of how it permeated the zeitgeist of the culture and kind of trying to understand that, right? Yeah, I'll just leave it at that because I don't want to.
I can't wait to watch
the
it.
experience. Yeah, I was thinking I need to rewatch like St. Elmo's Fire. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So my daughter, long story long, both my kids get neurofeedback. We'll talk about that at some time in another podcast. And one of the things with neurofeedback is they go in and they watch videos and there's a frequency with, these things attached to their brain, like, okay, I can't talk, to their scalp. And then they're pumping in these different like feedback loops. At any rate, they get to pick what they want to watch. And it's been so interesting to me for her to tell me what she's watching. So yeah, a few weeks ago, she's like, Mom, we're watching The Breakfast Club. And inside I'm like, oh yeah, that's my girl. And I'm like, what do you think about that? She's like, I really liked it. It's so good. And I was like, that is so interesting to me that a movie that is so quintessentially the 80s rings true to a 14-year-old in 2024. So what that tells me is those themes are ageless, right? And what that, in what world now would a bunch of like misfits be caught in Saturday detention and run around the school, right? Like the cops would be there in 5 seconds. They would think they were planning like a bomb threat or something like that. Like there's no reality insertion in this day and age, but yet she was like, she loved it, you know?
Yeah. They probably don't even have Saturday school anymore.
Yeah, it's probably illegal.
Right.
So I think we're going to wrap up. Thanks for taking this trip with us to the 80s. It's such a fun place. Maybe we'll go visit again. I don't know. But we would love.
Yeah, we will.
Yep. Obviously, like, subscribe, share. But we would love, as your takeaway, for you guys to put in the comments what your favorite memories were of the 80s. Have you seen the Bratz movie documentary? What do you think of it? Help us with our memory lapses. Any last thoughts, Karen, that you'd like to share?
No, I just would love to hear what other people, like if anything that we've talked about, like sparked any memories for you and what your favorite part of the 80s was. And if you have feelings like we do, like we love the music, we love so many parts about it, but it was also such, a difficult time just growing up and figuring out who we were and how we fit into the world. So yeah, just let us know. We want to hear from you. Cheers. Well, we've reached the part of the conversation where we probably should stop talking.
But we never do.
We really don't. But hold up. You're probably wondering where the rest of this episode went.
I got you. This is why we have one brain. We've launched Drinks with the Girls 2.0, and it's over on Patreon. We've realized some of our best conversations happen after we've officially wrapped things up.
This is where you'll get the end of the conversation plus early access to all the episodes so you never miss last call.
You'll get the stories we probably shouldn't share, the things we weren't planning to say, the random rabbit holes that somehow become the best part of the conversation.
Basically, all the stuff that happens when the microphones are still on, but we're no longer behaving ourselves, like that ever happens.
And best of all, you'll get in on the ground floor of the rocket ship that is Drinks with the Girls 2.0.
We've been teasing this for a while now, and it's finally here. You'll get to own your very own slice of Drinks with the Girls 2.0 and help us launch this sucker into the stratosphere.
So if you'd like to pull up a seat for one more round or join us for a coffee date, come join us on Patreon. The link is in the show notes.
We'd love to have you, and we're saving you a seat.
Wait, why are you still here? Head over to Patreon and join us now.